Hello everyone, and welcome to the third and final IORMC practice match hosted by LAPOM. As usual, commentary is from myself, Nima, and Masa.
And Masa.
Yes. So we are we're starting the third and final game, as I said, using IORMC rules. As you can see in the As you can see in the top left, this is the third game. Here. We'll be watching from the U.S. representative's perspective, DDR Dan. He's starting east. Starting south is Dopo Tenhoi from the Mahjong Watch team. Starting west is Daske from the Online Select team. And starting north is Shisho from LAPOM's team. So as you can see, the scores, there's quite a gap between first and second and third and fourth. Between DDR Dan and Dopo, they just need to see who's in a higher placement to see who gets first place. That is, unless Daske or Shisho can make a miracle comeback with an enormous lead in this last Hanshan. With IORMC rules, there is no busting out, so they're free to drop their opponents into the negative scores, which is probably the only way they'll be able to make a comeback at this point. And the UMA is 1020 with 20k Oka. So the difference between first and last place is a huge 60 points. So even with that, it's not really enough to make up the difference. But with that 60 points and maybe a 40 or 50k difference on top of that, Daske or Shisho might be able to make a comeback in this third and final game. Going into other IORMC rules, there are no Akadora. There is no multiple roam. It's just a head bump. And there is no Agadiame. So the last dealer must keep playing if they keep getting Renshon until their dealer turn naturally passes. With this configuration, Shisho is the last dealer and Daske is the third dealer. So it gives them a chance to play normally in an attempt to make their comeback until pretty much the very end of the game. Okay, and it is starting. So again, starting east is DDR Dan. Dora is Tupin. So as we mentioned before, DDR Dan and Dopo are just fighting for placement here, whereas Shisho and Daske have quite a large amount of points, quite a large point difference to make up. But they can play normally until their second dealer turns are exhausted, which for Shisho means the game would be over. But this type of seat placement makes for a very interesting game all the way to the end. Oh, and right from the start, Daske is in Tempai. Richi for Richi Pinfu, one Dora. With this kind of point condition, DDR Dan and Dopo probably don't want to do anything reckless. Even though it's DDR Dan's dealer turn, dealing in here wouldn't be any good. Okay, Shisho didn't have any save tiles, but he's E Shanten right now. He doesn't have a Janto, but that Nobuton shape should help with that. Oh, Shisho paired up 3-pin and Richi 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku, waiting on 6-pin. Daske is waiting on 2, 5 So. Dopo is folding with the Chuns. DDR Dan looks like he's folding as well. He is Ishanten though. One so is Genbutsu for both players in Ricci. 6 pin. Oh. Dasuke dealt into Shisho's hand. Ricci, Sanshoku, 2 Ura. For Mangan, 8,000 points. That's really good for Shisho, but that puts Dasuke in a tough position, already starting out from last place.
Now he needs a 60,000 point more to go.
As long as he has a dealer turn, he has a chance. And in Tenho, there are multiple Yakuman, so technically you always have a chance. Okay, so East 2, Doppo's dealer turn, Dora is 7 pin. He and DDR Dan still have the same amount of points. No points moved between them in the previous hand. So they're still going to have to be wary of each other moving forward. DDR Dan draws a second Dora, 7 pin. The shape is a little tough though. Doppo dealt the tone. That's his double tone when none were out on the board yet. That's looks like just to give his hand the best possible shape moving forward. Doppo drew a crucial 7 pin Dora to fill his Kanchan. He's E Shan 10 right now. He just needs something to stick to 3 pin or 7 so. There it is. That is the best possible tally he could have drawn. Doppo's Ricci with Tanyao Pinfu with a 3-sided weight on 258 so. He also has 1 Dora. If Doppo is able to win this hand, it'll be very, very difficult for DDR Dan to catch up. He's already Tempai for dealer Mangan. Shisho dealt his pair of 1 pin. Shisho is E Shan 10, but he doesn't take it. It'd be a little too risky. DDR Dan didn't have any safe tiles, it looks like. He had to deal the 2 pin, which was a 1 chance, but it's a 1 chance when the Ricci tile was a 3 pin, so.
And the good thing is like 1 passed and then he has 1 more time to discard the 2 pin.
Dasuke cheese 8 pin deals his pair of 2 pin. Going for K10 it looks like. Shisho is Ishan. No, he's still the Anshan 10. Okay. Doppo's last draw. Oh, Tsumo.
Ooh.
This is Ricci, Tsumo, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora. Uradora for Haneman? No, just dealer Mangan. That's 4,000 all. That puts
Still plenty good enough.
yes, that puts everyone in a tough position.
Now the DDR Dan needs to catch up. 16,000 to go.
Mm-hmm. And that makes it more difficult for Dasuke and Shisho, because
Yes.
because the Mahjong Watch team was in the lead. If Dopo's not in 4th place, they're gonna have to make like a huge lead in order to overtake the Mahjong Watch team. So with that, it's Renchan, East 2-1 Homba, Doris 5-pin. Dopo has a pair of the double tone. It's not in anyone else's hand, however. Will Shisho go for... Okay, Shisho has a lot of Sozu tiles. Oh, the double tone just came out from DDR Dan. Dopo called the first one.
This is very scary for opponents. Yeah, looks Dasuke kind of freeze.
Yeah, he dealt the 8-pin.
And now everybody, needs to adjust.
Dasuke is Ishanten, though. DDR Dan drew a 2-so for his Kanchan. The shape of his hand improved, but it's still a little bit far. Oh, Dasuke drew the 4-mon to fill his Kanchan. His Richi for Richi Pinfu, Takame Ipeko. DDR Dan followed by discarding the Genbutsu 4-pin, which Dopo cheed.
That's called Kuinobashi, right?
Yes. He cheed from a 3-5-6-7 shape, leaving himself with the 6-7 Yanmen. He's still Ishanten, though. And that 8-mon isn't so safe. Oh, he cheed the Kanchan 3-so, which became Dasuke's Genbutsu, and now is in Tenpai for 5-8-pin. 8-pin is Genbutsu, so this is a pretty good weight. Will DDR Dan play the 8-pin he just drew? No, he's taking care of Dopo's calls and dealt the 8-mon, which is safe against both. Shisho has a lot of Sozu tiles. He's Ishanten right now for Chinitsu.
Shisho has a 2-ren Porto chance.
He has too many 2-7 so though. And that 5-pin will deal in. Oh, not unless Dopo Tsumo's first. Double tone Dora Dora.
Dora. That's huge. Another big winning hand.
Yes. And once again, Renchan. Dealer is still Dopo. East 2, second Homba.
The opening hand still aggressively, attacking. That's actually Dopo-san's his style.
Oh, okay.
And it is freaking scary.
It's breaking up the Penchon right now. He has a pair of Hatsu, as well as one Dora 6-so. If he can get the Hatsu and 7-so, he'll be in good shape. As for all the other players, they're going to have a tough time overtaking Dopo's 50,000 points. Oh, he just paired up the Dora as well.
Dora. 1, 2, 3, 4 toys. I wonder how he's going to take care of this shape.
From what I heard, most Tenho players don't like Chitoitsu because it can be kind of slow. But getting an Anko of the Hatsu, he can
need to.
He can call for Ponten. Dasuke's Dianmen Ishanten. It's just a Pinfu hand though. Shisho's also Dianmen Ishanten for Pinfu 1 Dora.
And he's denied a perfect Ishanten shape because I think guarantee Pinfu 1 Hanyaku might be. And then if he drew the 6 soul, that would make the little bit improving, right?
Oh yes, it could give him a chance at Tanyao, and of course 6-0 is Dora.
Yeah.
Okay, Doppo Pwned 1 Mon for Tenpai. Yaku is Hatsu, waiting on 3 Mon and the Dora. This hand is minimum 5,800 plus the 2 Honba. Oh no, excuse me, it's 40 Fu, so it would be 7,700 plus the 2 Honba.
Somebody needs to stop him.
Okay, Dasuke got to Tenpai. He lost Sanshoku. Oh, he's aiming for more points.
Ooh.
If he can pair up a 5 or 6 Mon, he'll be left with Pinfu Sanshoku. Oh, he got it. That's a Richi from Dasuke, waiting on 6-9 Pin for Pinfu Takame Sanshoku. Oh no.
Ooh, no.
The Ippatsu draw was the Dora. That dealt into Doppo's Hatsu Dora 3 for Dealer Mangan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't deny the Daniel's decision because he needed have like bigger points.
No, that I agree completely. That was a very good choice.
And also, yeah, I probably think he knew the Doppo-san's kind of Tenpai.
Mm-hmm. So
in order for him to, push back, he needs to have like, at least like Mangan potential, right?
Yeah.
And that plan went okay, but the bad luck.
Yeah, I think Dasuke made a very good play, but the result didn't match up.
Yeah, if that's a regular game, then he would probably just go for Richi or something, right? Because of he needs to catch up like big points, so...
Even then, he was in last place, so if this were just a single Hanchan game, he probably might have done that anyway, just because of the point difference even before getting the direct hit. Because he was at like 7,000 points, right? So around 7,000. So he needed the points to catch up.
And also now it's like Didier Dan is about in the same situation. He needs to get
he needs like 50,000 points.
Yeah.
But yeah, once more, Doppo's Renshan, East 2 3rd Honba, Dora is 6 Mon.
This is so scary.
Okay, Shisho is Ishanten.
But I don't think no one played in like bad game. They are doing like decent decision, but his big hands Tenpai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mahjong is a game where you can make all the right decisions and you could still lose. So it's more about the process than the result. Okay, Dasuke's Tenpai again. Richi Pinfu 1 Dora, waiting on 5-8 Pin. Oh no. He dealt the Dora on the Ippatsu turn again. Shisho declared Chi, and he's Tenpai for Tanyao Dora, waiting on 3-6 Pin. He can change his weight here, but that would have been Fudi 10, so he Tsumogiri's the 7 Pin. Shisho's pushing this this cheap hand, this two-han hand, quite a bit. I suppose with Dasuke's Richi stick in the middle and 3 Honba, this 2,000 point hand is its value is almost doubled. 5 Pin, he pushed. It was a 1 chance from his view, seeing 3-7 Pin, but that was Dasuke's winning tile. Richi Pin Fudora for 3,900 plus the Honba. Dasuke's still in the negatives, though. He's going to have to make great use of this dealer turn in order to catch up. I think this is a situation where, unless his hand is completely hopeless, Dasuke will not fold his dealer turn.
Yep. Let's see.
Yes, East 3, Dora is 2 pin. Shisho pawns the first pay.
Yep.
He has
pair up the Dora, so.
Yes. Toy perhaps?
Yep.
Or maybe a future Yakuhai back?
Yep.
Shisho is a South player right now, so he'll need to pair up the East Hatsu or Chun. Pawn the Wonso, deals 8 mon. DDR Dan gets an Anko of the Haku. E Shanten now. That's Dasuke's 5th pair. Looks like he decided on Chi Toitsu. Ooh, Chi from Shisho. That's going to be... How's he going to get a Yaku from that? He'll need to get 2 of the Tone or Hatsu. Dasuke's Tenpai. Ricci.
None of them are showing. Oh, he Ricci.
Dealt the 3 pin to wait on the 5 pin. 5 pin's already been discarded by Shisho. Oh, Shisho paired up the Tone. If he deals 6 pin, he'll be Tenpai. He dealt it.
No, he pushed.
He's Tenpai for Tone Dora for 5,200, but he can only win on the Tone. DDR Dan folded with the Haku. Shisho, will he push? He can't deal the Dora, but the Tone is also just as dangerous. Shisho will probably push everything at this point. But Dasuke's decision to wait on the 5 pin, that's kind of strange. Not only is it Dora Suji, but there's already one out.
And there's no Aka.
Yeah, that's right. There, IORMC rules, there are no Akadora. Oh, the Tone came out from Dasuke. No luck today. He dealt into Shisho's hand. Tone Dora, 5,200.
Very aggressive. It's like Toy Dash.
Except it's not even Toy.
To like Yakuhai back, but without anything.
Oh man.
That is.
Well, now the player who just won, Shisho, it's his dealer turn. East 4, Dora is 3 mon.
So now it's Shisho's first dealer turn, so let's see.
Yeah, with the lead that Doppo has taken on his own dealer turn, Shisho probably can't afford to fold this dealer turn either. And he was pushing so much even before this point, so I think we can see more of that in this East 4.
Oh, the Tina's asking like, why the Daniel was waiting for the 5 pin because of Aka. But yeah, again, this rule said there's no Aka, so
yeah, that
we ask.
That was strange, but maybe like he read that it was good. Although I didn't really think so. We hopefully will get a chance to talk to Dasuke after this Hanchan. So
we'll probably pressure the dealer Ricci. And everybody falls and then try to get some more.
Yes, I believe that according to digital theory, there's no point to waiting for a better tile for a chi toi to wait. So instant Ricci is just the best option, digitally speaking. But that 5 pin though, that's a little bit too much, I think. But again, we can get Dasuke's opinion after the Hanshan. Okay, Shisho cheat 5 mon to fill his Kanchan. He's going for Tanyao now. He's still Yan Shanten. Dasuke, he takes the Ricci. He's waiting on 3/6 pin for Takame Ipeko, but he has 3 Dora. So it's already Mangan. Tsumo on the Takame would be Haneman. Doppo has both of Dasuke's winning tiles. But given the point situation, he'll probably just fold.
Right?
Yeah, he'll just fold with the 8 mon, I believe.
Yeah.
Shisho will probably Chi. Yeah, Chi for Tenpai. Shisho's Tenpai for Tanyao Nomi, waiting on 4/7-so. 7-so is Dasuke's Genbutsu.
Genbutsu for Danyao.
Doppo probably... Oh, he dealt in. Ricci Dora 3. Ura 2. 12,000 points. Haneman off of Doppo. That's
good.
That's good and bad. That's good for Dasuke, no, without a doubt. But for Shisho, I think he would have wanted to get more than 12,000 points out of Doppo with his dealer turn. But we are
interesting.
Yeah, we are moving into South 1. DDR Dan's dealer turn. Dora is 5-so. So with this point difference, DDR Dan pretty much can't fold this dealer turn either. Everyone's in a position where they can't fold their dealer turns. But Doppo already has an Anko of the Chun.
Ooh.
It's a great hand to kind of kick DDR Dan off of his dealer turn.
Yeah, that's his task. So let's see, he might open his hand too.
Looks like Dasuke is going for some sort of Chanta. Maybe Honitsu for Pinzu. Because they have their dealer turns left, Dasuke and Shisho can continue to play normally. But once we get to South 4 and Dasuke runs out of his dealer turns, I'll probably just have to start going for multiple Yakuman. Okay, Doppo Pon 9-so, Ishan 10. Looks like Shisho's also Ishan 10. But he's taking a less flexible Ishan 10 to make sure he can use up the Dora 5-so. DDR Dan has 5 pairs. He's Ishan 10 for Chi Toitsu, one of those tiles being the Dora. Okay, the shape of Shisho's hand improved, and he also added Tanyao.
He could take the Tenpai, right?
Who,
No,
Shisho?
it's not.
No, that was kind of a strange shape. But this dealing an 8 pin here. Oh, Dasuke dealt the 4-mon before, but he drew his 1-mon back.
He's trying his best.
Tenpai for Chanta Sanshoku. With Ricci and Tsumo, that could be Haneman. But Doppo is Tenpai right now on 4-7 so. 7 so is Dasuke's Genbutsu. Oh, and with DDR Dan's Ricci, Doppo
DDR
folded.
Yeah.
DDR Dan is waiting on the Dora 5 so. There is one left.
But he's got it. He have to.
Shisho 6P Nakasuji. Nakasuji for DDR Dan, Genbutsu for Dasuke. At this point, I'm surprised Dasuke didn't deal into DDR Dan with a Dora, given his luck this Anshan. The Dora is still in the wall somewhere, but there are only a few draws left. Looks like there's also one of Dasuke's tiles left. Oh, but that's it. No one was able to win. It's Ryu Kyoku with just the two players who had declared Ricci and Tenpai. That means DDR Dan gets Renchan. So it's South.
Yeah, but we could see both players, they're trying to do their best.
They both had hands that were worth a lot too. Mangan or Haneman. But it's DDR's dealer turn still. South 1, first Tomba. Dora is 7 so. Dasuke already has one completed sequence with the Dora.
Is it coincidence that like a lot of 7 so is a key tile today, huh?
Is it?
Kind of.
That's like occult thinking or something. But yeah, in that last hand, there was one 2-pin and one 5 so left. So each of the players who are in Tenpai, their final winning tiles were in the dead wall. Oh, the shape of DDR Dan's hand is improved quite a bit. He is still the Anshan 10. The Dora 7 so will be a key tile for his hand.
Yeah, if he drew out, be speed up like incredibly.
But he
let's see.
But more likely he'll fill in both the Onman first and then Ricci waiting on the Penchon for the Dora.
But still, he has to, right?
Yeah, he absolutely. This dealer turn, he can't afford to lose it. But Dasuke is Ishanten right now. He passed up a Tenpai waiting on the 2-pin. Would have been too cheap. But it's going to be hard for Dasuke to get much value out of this hand. He would need a 4-pin for Ipeiko. But still, that's not that much. Oh, Doppo got an Anko of the non. That's double non. He's waiting on 6-9 so for double non Dora. Oh, it came out from Shisho. Double non 1 Dora. 3,900. Now DDR Dan's in real trouble. He needs to make up a 40,000 point difference without a dealer turn. He's probably going to try to Tsumo a big hand here on Doppo's dealer turn in South 2. But this starting hand doesn't look too special. Dora is 3 mon. Shisho just drew a Dora to fill in a Penchon. Dasuke has 1 Dora, but the other 2 are still in the wall. So it looks like Doppo's hand is pretty good, so he's moving forward to try and win a hand, to increase his lead a little bit. But I'm sure if anyone else declares Ricci, he'll fold.
So DDR Dan is chasing down 38,000, almost 39,000.
Yeah, it's a huge gap.
So what he should do?
If it were me looking at this hand, I would try and get 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku with Chanta, but that's very, very far.
Yeah.
But with only 3 hands left in which he can win to make up a nearly 40,000 point difference, he's going to have to do something drastic. Or get a Yakuman, you know. Yakuman Sumo right now would be ideal.
And also in this situation, what's the plan for the Doppo-san? He's leading big.
Yeah, he has a very big lead.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't want to do the dealer turn.
But he is making a hand. I thought he would just fold from the start, but his hand was pretty good. So
he tried to add it up more points.
Perhaps, yes. But of course, all the other players, given this point situation, they're going to have to declare Ichi, and when they do, he can choose to just fold. His Shisho is Ishanten, but his hand isn't worth too much. If he can move over to Chanta Sanshoku, that would be worth something. Doppo Pon 8-man. He's Ishanten for Tanyao. I mean, that Pon is necessary to have a better chance of winning the hand, but it lowers his ability to defend quite a bit. Dasuke is Ishanten. Oh, okay. Shisho didn't get Chanta, but he is Tempai for Richi, Sanshoku, Dora, waiting on the 3-so. 3-so is Suji, but
that's a scary Hikage.
But they're pretty much all used up in Dasuke's hand. Dasuke's Ishanten. Doppo got the Tempai and Tsumo Tanyao. 500 all. He also got Shisho's Richi stick. Yeah, it looked like Dasuke was going for Sanshoku or to somehow use the Dora, but Doppo was the one who won, and that means Renchan. South 2, 1 Homba. Dora is 2-man. It looks like Doppo is going for a hand again. But then again, he didn't have much in the way of defensive tiles to start with that hand. If your hand is too good, it's kind of hard to defend.
And it's interesting, Dasuke and the Shisho.
Dasuke has 8 Kokushi tiles. He just got a non, so that's 9. Looks like he's going to go for it, although 1 Kokushi is not going to be enough. Shisho also has 8 Kokushi tiles, but that's still going to be tough, unless it's a direct hit. DDR Dan Pon the Dora.
There's no double Ron.
There is no double Ron in IORMC rules. Look, Shisho gave up on Kokushi. He's going for Pinzu Honitsu, it looks like. But DDR Dan Pon the Dora that was dealt by Dasuke. He's Ishanten. Tina says she hates Atamahane. Oh. Dasuke dealt into Doppo's Dama Tanyao Dora for 3,900. So that means it is Renchan. South 2, 2 Homba. Dora is 3-pin, which Doppo started with 2. Oh, Dasuke dropped back into the negative points.
So I think he'll try to go all the way, huh?
Who, Doppo? Oh, just until he loses dealer turn naturally?
Yeah.
It is possible, but like if he keeps opening with good hands, like then it becomes hard to defend because you don't have like a lot of honor tiles or anything. And in that case, might as well just win and increase your lead. But I think if Dopo had opened with the hand that like Daisuke or Shisho had the last game with like a bunch of honor tiles, then he might have just chosen to fold from the start. DDR Dan's moving over to a Chin Itsu. He's still San Shanten. Dopo paired up the tone. There's one tone discarded already. 4-so. Gonna pass. DDR Dan paired up the non. This is a little cheap. Just non-Honitsu. Sumo would be 1,300, 2,600, but Roan is just 3,900. Unless he can get it to Toy Toy. But Shisho declared Richi. This is Richi, Dora, Takame, another Dora, waiting on 3-6 DDR Dan switched his weight over to 3-6-0. Now it's just guaranteed to be... Oh no, if he tsumos the 3-so, then it will be 40 fu. But yes, other than that, it is 30 fu for 3,900. Dopo dealt his pair of tone to defend. The 3-so came out from Shisho. DDR Dan wins a 3,900 point hand. Non-Honitsu. It's a little bit cheap. I don't know if I would have gone for such a small hand when you need 40,000 points. But he called the second 9-so because it was the last one, but the non, I don't know. That locks the hand at 3 Han. In any case, it's South 3. Daisuke's dealer turn. His final dealer turn. Dora is 5-so.
Yep, he's going to do everything he can do.
Yes, he's going to push no matter what. Okay, so in the chat, people are saying that there was no way for DDR Dan to get first place over Dopo's like incredible lead. So maybe he's just going for second place. But I mean,
then still he doesn't need to do anything.
Yeah, if he doesn't even have to try if he just wants second place, because DDR Dan's or rather the US team's point difference from the LAPOM team and the online select team is like 100,000. So he's in no danger of falling below second place. Which means, again, he doesn't have to do anything if DDR Dan just wants second place. So in that, with no risk of falling to third, there's really no reason not to try for first, even though it is very, very unlikely. In any case, Dopo has pairs of Hatsu and Pei, both his Yakuhai, but DDR Dan has a pair of the Hatsu as well. Dopo dealt Pei. That's interesting. In any case, Daisuke's Tenpai for 6-9 pin for Chun only. Shisho paired up the Dora. He's Ishanten. He has a pair of his double non, if he can get it. Drew a third 5-mon. He's breaking up. Oh, he's breaking up the 4-5 pin Yeonman. DDR Dan cheese 4 pin. Deals 3-so. Looks like he's trying to just go for Hatsu. Oh, but that lets Shisho get an Anko of his double non. He's Tenpai waiting for 5-8 mon 5-so. Double non, Dora Dora, minimum Mangan. If you can get another Dora or Itsumo, that's Hanemon. The other Dora are in the other player's hand, so those won't come out easily. 5-8 Mon are also being used up in the other player's hand, so this is a tough wait for Shisho. The last non, if I'm not mistaken, is still on the wall. Maybe he's hoping for Khan and a bunch of new Dora as well. Oh, Shisho got the Tsumo. 8 Mon for Riichi Tsumo, double non, Dora 2, Ura 3 Baimon.
Ooh.
4,000, 8,000. That's tough.
Oh my goodness. Ura 3?
And now Dasuke needs like quadruple Yakuman. It's South 4, Shisho's final dealer turn.
And then the sucky part for the Dasuke is he doesn't have only one Ona tiles.
Yeah, for like a quadruple Yakuman, you'll need like Tsuiso, like
it's all kinds of like Ona tile.
Yeah, like Tsuiso, Suanko, Daisangen, like Sukansu or something.
But let's see if Daniel can defend.
In this case, Daniel, his only chance of winning is to help Shisho get more wrench on until
yes, that's why he's dropping like
middle tiles.
Yeah.
But that could also just be because he's folding from the start, because this hand isn't Yakuman. It's not going to be worth winning. So because of this dynamic, Dasuke is going to be playing very differently until he can see a multiple Yakuman hand. But Shisho's just going to be playing normally, winning as many times as he can on his dealer turn to try and catch up. Given the point spread, given the point spread as it is right now.
Pair up.
Oh yeah, Doppo has a pair of Chun. The other two are still on the wall. Oh, this is a very good Ishanten for Doppo. But given the point spread as it is right now, for Shisho to get first place overall for the LAPOM team, he'll need to not first of all overtake Doppo, but he'll also need a huge lead of like 76,500 points over Doppo, since he's in second right now. If he can get some direct hits and drop Doppo down to third or fourth, the conditions become a little bit easier, but that's pretty unlikely given that the other two players are way below at this point. Okay, Shisho is Ishanten right now. He has a perfect Ishanten and even a San Menchan. Doppo's Ishanten as well. Lianmen, but without Yaku he might have to declare Riichi. If he can get the 1 pin, he can Dama on the 2 Mon. DDR Dan declares Riichi. He's Tenpai for Tanyao Pinfu, waiting on 3-6-0. Shisho has to push. And Doppo might try and Sashikomi. That makes,
he could do that.
That would make... Oh! Shisho got the Tenpai. What will he take? The Lianmen or the Shampong? He takes the Shampong, dealing 3 pin to wait on the Dora, 4 pin, and Haku.
He had the Sanshoku choice too. It was kind of interesting.
But the 5 pin are mostly gone.
Yeah.
Oh, DDR Dan, I bet he's regretting that Riichi now. He dealt into Shisho's hand with the Dora. Riichi Dora 3, 12,000 points.
Ooh, Baiman plus 12,000.
Still got a way to go. Shisho needs another like 90,000 points.
Okay.
Okay, we might be here a while. So now with
what
that,
about the total second place now?
total,
To
it's
Team USA.
it's
It's big.
it's pretty much the same. As you can see from the scores in the top left, DDR Dan and Doppel, their teams have like pretty much the same score. So if Shisho can get above Doppel, then he can get first place. But with DDR Dan as low as he is right now, it's still not enough. Shisho right now is in second, and DDR Dan's in
closer.
yeah, but DDR Dan's in third. So their UMA difference is 20k. That's really not that much. Doppel
from
6 pin
this shape.
Hatsu. He's still Ishanten with 2 Kanchans.
The Hatsu is too easy.
I think DDR Dan just wants it to be over. He dealt the 3, so
Yes, I mean, in those cases with like no chance, like those honor tiles, like Daniel's, holding.
oh, he drew Doppel's winning tile, the 8 pin. Well, he changed his
Be a
weight.
little bit careful. But yeah, after 6-pin pawn and then the 8-pin looks very good. Wait.
Doppel changed his weight to 1 so 7 pin shampong. Shisho is Ishanten for Pin Fudora,
All he needs to do is Richie.
but Doppel might push at that point because there's nowhere left to go. He already called 3 times. DDR Dan is also Ishanten. Shisho has these honor tiles. In this kind of situation with Dasuke not playing normally, it's hard to see where the honor tiles might be. Oh, and he drew another Dora. He's gonna have to deal it to get to Tenpai, but looks like he won't let go until then. Okay, so Tina, in this kind of point situation, the only way for these players who are way behind to get back without their dealer turn is with a Yakuman, and they need they need to hold on to these honor tiles, and they also don't want the other players to have them to end the game quickly, like in the case of Yakuhai. Okay, so Shisho's Tenpai for 5-8 mon, Richi Pin Fudora. But yeah, it's considered like disrespectful to Doppel got his Tsumo. Hatsu only. 400, 700. And that's the game.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to calculate to say that the Mahjong Watch team ended up in first place. Yeah. The difference between Shisho and DDR Dan, their point difference was 56,000.9. So 56.9 points. That is not enough to make the difference between second and third. So.
So if he could win the last hand, then it might get closer.
Shisho would have needed to take first place to get the Oka, and then that might have been enough. Oh, but yes. So as I was saying, it's considered disrespectful in the final hanchan, of a consecutive game, or even just a normal hanchan where you have absolutely no chance of taking first place, which is the only thing that matters for like a tournament final or something.
Yeah, what's the time you need to show your super defensive skills?
Yeah, if you win a hand that doesn't change the rankings, or if you just play normally and end up helping the other players in a way that does not aid you. So like Dasuke helping Shisho is totally fine, so that he has more chances to like get a Tenho Daisangen Suanko Tsuiso, right? But DDR Dan just trying to win and end in second is not really considered respectful in this type of format.
Final game. Final game practice.
Yeah.
So those are the part like it's really hard to understand for the English player.
Oh yeah, because most like tournaments we like don't have this type of format either.
Yeah.
Tina said, I saw something on Twitter where a last place person called Oncon and he got kicked out of the group. Cons are very disrespectful. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you do things that needlessly affect the game when you have no chance of winning, that is considered disrespectful. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. So let me go ask Dopo-san any advice for the English player. Hold on 1 second.
Yes.
And let's ask Daniel might joining the reviewing the game. So let's give us a little bit of time.
Apparently, Dasuke, he re-sheed 5 times, but every single time someone else won. Okay, I will just fix the final scores. And Masa's adding Daniel to the call so we can talk a little bit about the game. Okay, so the final scores are in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Oh, hold on, that is not correct. 1 second.
Can catch up the Daniel. So Nima-kun, so overall, what do you see the difference?
What do I see difference for what?
Like between like Mahjong Watch team and the others?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. There's just in this Hanshan in particular, Dopo played very, very aggressively.
Yeah,
Called and got a lot of big hands.
I kind of did the research about like Dopo-san's style. It said like very aggressively opening hand. No, attack. he didn't know the defense until he played the Tenho.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I watched his game at on the, I think it was in the Hagiwara League in the Suryao channel. And it was like, I think final game in the first place, and then the second place was in his Kamicha. And he was chi in those like pushing open hands, but it was kind of not the bluffing, but not from the good shape. But the second place, the lady, she couldn't, do whatever she wants to do because the game will, end. I mean, that was kind of crazy. My impression for Dobson, but again, he was crazy, strong. And we got a message from Doppo-san. He said, "Thank you for playing the game," and he's enjoying the reach Mahjong. And then Tenho is a very good tool for the practicing and also the training because he said he could review the paifu, including 4 players paifu.
Right.
So play more, learn more, and then he wants to play again with everyone.
Oh, that's really great.
Yeah, I did my translation part.
Okay, so you weren't able to get Dasuke on the chat?
He's not coming back. So let me send him a message again. Maybe he went to bathroom.
Oh, oh, it looks like Dasuke did not know that it was Akanashi. Oh, because the last year's IORMC was Akaadi, I guess?
Oh, okay,
so
I got him.
Okay, so that's why he waited on the 5-pin.
Okay, I have you invited. Hey, Daniel, お疲れ。
Yeah, whenever I went to the game, I played in the IORMC. Oh no, feedback. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I played in the IORMC a couple of years back, and it was Akaari. And so when I went into this, I'm like, oh, it's Akaari, perfect. So I never considered oh yeah, it might be Akanashi. And so on the first turn, I had choice between 1-4 Sozu or 2-5 Sozu. I'm like, well, I need a lot of points, so I should technically go for the red chance here. So I chose that. A couple turns later, I had a Chitoitsu Tenpai, and I'm like, okay, I should probably go for more points here, so I should probably go for the red 5 chance, considering the pals I can see on the field. And then it was at that point, I was like, wait, are we actually playing red 5? I don't think I've actually seen one. Maybe I've been really unlucky, but and then I looked up, it's Akanashi.
Yeah. Besides that, again, you did really good. How many Tenpai, and you made a really, really good choice. Even breaking up the Tenpai and went for higher points, 10s.
Yeah, some of those are pretty sad. It's ooh, Sun Sugar Tenpai. Nope. Ooh, Iveiko. Okay, great. Nope. Ooh, Dora 3. Okay, that one worked.
Okay, so what was your expression playing against Doppo-san?
Whole play, kana. It's the style that Doppo uses seems very similar to this, the main kind of thing going on right now in Ho-Oh. But back in the day when Doppo originally got to Tenhoi, a lot of the tendons and whatnot were very defensive based. Now the highest level, the whole room is very offensive based, and so it reminds me of a lot of that, where it's just constant pressure, constant dodging and running forward. It's kind of similar to if Mahjong is a game where you're trying to shoot the other person with a gun, and then Vitality is hiding behind a giant metal shield. Doppo is the equivalent of you try to shoot him with a gun, he's charging forward and dodging the bullets with his head as he comes and punches you in the face, kind of sort of thing.
It's a very vivid image.
Can you translate? I didn't get it.
Well, I pretty much what he was saying is that rather than defending, he's using his offense as his defense.
I see. Yeah, I mean, some of the part it was.
He like it's very like much like almost like junkie do.
Oh.
So like there is ori, but there's not beta ori.
But that makes like other opponent, like 3 opponents, makes difficult, right, in the situation.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Okay, so Daniel, can you send us the Paifu link? Let's take a look.
All my great and horrible choices. Here we go.
No, but I think you did super good.
Yeah, it is just unfortunate that you dealt in after all those Richis.
And then the Shisho doesn't fall too with the
for Shisho at the end.
He said he misclicked on the cheese. And then also Dopo-san, he said he made a misclick with discarding the Sanpin.
Oh, maji.
Yeah, I mean Tenho, that could be happening, right?
I thought I clicked.
I can see that. Yeah, I dropped the 9-mon over that one because he had a Kabe of it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh well, he was like, oh wow, he had a really good or Ishansen right there though.
What are you looking at? I don't see it.
Oh, in where he dropped the 3-pin in East 4-0. He was 1 Shansen from Chinitsu Dora Senpai.
Oh yeah. 3-6 spin, he got it.
Okay, so that's when he dealt in. Yes.
I guess he was meaning to drop the 9 there.
Because it was it was a Kabe of the 8-mon.
It's a Kabe off.
I thought he would just deal all the 8-mon, because it was safe. But I guess not against Shisho, who was going for Tanyao.
I mean, we gave up on like a lot of good option for Dopo-san, like Mahjong Watch team, because they could do whatever they wanted to do, especially the like first like big 2 hands. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, he won back-to-back dealer mongons, and then he won another dealer mongon on. Oh yeah, that was unfortunate. That hand where it's like, okay, I got to Tenpai, but it's only Pinfu. Switch it off, next turn, instantly. All right, Sanshoku Tenpai, Sanshoku Pinfu, go! And then immediately afterwards, draw the 6-0 into Hatsu Dora 3.
Yeah, but in this East 4, and I think Daniel, it's in North. But when he started hands, he had a Sanman as a Dora. And it looks like he wanted to go for Chinitsu, but he didn't discard, right? Did he have like starting with a pair Dora?
No, just 1.
So I started off with 1 Dora, but on the 4th turn, I drew a 2nd Dora.
Yeah, but I think this is very good because looks like like many people, they just want to go for the Chinitsu, right? But the Dora has a power.
And like Akanashi, like the Dora is basically kind of like the king of like, where is the Dora, who's using the Dora, and how can you use the Dora. And then aside from that, you have like the hands that take a little bit longer to kind of like make up.
Yeah.
You have like the Itsu, you have the Sanshoku, but knowing where the Dora is and like how to use it, I think is really really big in Akanashi Mahjong. Yeah,
and then in this 3-game series, we didn't see like not many like careless Dora discarding like Ari. But in general, we see like a lot of people they just discard like carelessly, and they sometimes opening hand to limit the hand's value cannot go over.
Yeah.
Definitely
in Dora Mahjong, it's like in you mentioned before they don't like throw out the Dora like they do in Aka Dora. So when you're playing with red Dora, the Dora is, I wouldn't say useless, but it's a lot more important because of the influence of Red Dora.
Yeah.
Because when you have Red Dora on the field, it's a lot easier for people to get, Mangan hands plus pretty quickly, which means that a lot of people are going to reach you a lot earlier than in Akanashi Mahjong.
Yeah, so those are the parts. It's a little bit different than like normal Tenko game, right? So, people, it's a good time to asking a lot of questions and comments. Daniel's here. Okay, Tina's asked, saying Dora is your lover, which is from the Aki-san's, I think from the drama or the movie.
Is it?
From her, yeah. From her,
Aki-san.
Dora wa koibito desu. But wait.
Any particular Kyoko you want to take a look?
Dora's my koibito. Isn't the Dora cheating on Nikaido Aki then? Yeah, let's see. So, some interesting hands. The end of the game all around was kind of interesting. So going into this round, I don't know what DDR Dan's main goal in this game was. It kind of looked like they were just trying to get the highest hand that they can. But me and Shisho, I know, were trying to go for the impossible.
Yeah.
Gyakuten, where
I mean, that's why those two were very aggressive. So they dealt in a couple times, but they got the big hands. But on the last game, it is really tough, because this game, even you have a plan, it doesn't go well, right?
Yeah, it's like, going into this game, we needed basically 50,000 points for third place if the other one of us is in second.
So,
or if team IORMC or the team Mahjong Watch is in second place, then we need 70,000 points over them in order to take first place overall. And what that basically means is, well, we'll try to win as many points as we can, and then hopefully we can get lucky. And if we don't, then it goes into late South round. At that point, we're kind of hunting for the impossible. So for instance, going into South 3. Or even going into South 4.
Okay.
My winning conditions was basically I need to get hit Dopo with a direct double Yakuman. But if I did that, I would still lose to DDR Dan because I would be within 50,000 points of them. So that was kind of bad, right? And so then after the first game in South 4, Shisho won a 12,000 point hand off of DDR Dan. Now, because that was the case, I was only 7 points away from DDR Dan. So if I did, at that point, run Dopo with a double Yakuman, that would have been enough for first place.
Yeah, even it's super small chance, but he tried.
Yeah, because if you open up your hands, you cannot go for a double Yakuman. Double Yakumans go for you. So the next best thing that I could do is basically Shibori tiles. I don't want to drop any of the Chun, the Haku. I don't want to drop any tiles that Dopo could maybe call. And instead I want to try to feed Shisho. And then once it hits middle round, Dopo will probably, if they do hit Senpai, stay Dama if they can. And so then I need to defend against Dopo so I don't accidentally deal in. And so to give Shisho basically another chance, so that I can get another chance in order to get really lucky hands.
Yeah, he knows. So Shisho was asking me about before the game, the same thing. Maybe in the situation, Daniel and the Shisho needs to cooperate. So that's without telling, those are the Richie players' mind. So let's add one more thing. Only one game does not, show your skill set or the how good you are. It is pretty tough.
Yeah, it can be pretty tough.
According to Daniel, it needs to play minimum 2,000 games.
How's it get? Not 2,000. Well, actually, it depends. If you have a lot of top pros and they're playing really close to each other, Depending on how close they are, you might actually need 2,000. But in a normal case, like 400 is pretty good. But yeah, like.
What I wanted to say was like, even it's like a tough situation, but if there's still condition to win over, that's the part we need to chase after. If it's in a competition level, right? That's a little bit like different than like normal game.
Yeah, you need to know the objective. Like if the objective is to get first, you can't settle for anything other than first. If it's to get first or second, then you just do your best to get second.
This is especially true. Last night I was playing in our Pacific Mahjong League Finals, which is a 4-game series. So for any like series or for any like league settings, so similar to like the Tenho Meiji-sen, which Dopa has won before, or kind of like the JPML like whole series. Whenever you get to the final games, usually for the most part, it's already kind of decided. Very rarely do you go into a like final situation and it's so close that everyone has a chance. Normally it's only going to be 1 or 2 people, or maybe even one person that just has a blowout, and then all of the other people are basically grasping at straws to pull off a miracle. So whenever that does happen, yes, it's very much so like, okay, it's very unlikely I'm going to win. But if I get really lucky, how can I possibly win? What is like, the magical thing that can happen? What is like the point situation exactly that I need in order to pull off this upset? Even if it's unlucky, if you don't know it going into the final game, you'll never have it happen.
Yeah, so this is where calculating the points that you need becomes crucial, because it's usually very difficult. You have to take into account all the other players' placements, the UMA, and if there's any Oka, you have to take that into account too. It becomes very difficult, especially for players who have no experience with it, which is the case for most players outside of Japan.
Yeah.
Well, even in like Japan, most people that play in like mahjong parlors, they never played in like a big tournament setting, especially one where it's like point determined, and instead of just whoever wins this one thing. So yeah, it's definitely something outside of the norm.
Yeah, those are the thing, but we start need to practice.
If it ever does come around,
willing to go to the big tournament, such as WRC or maybe big tournament in Japan.
Like the WRC is a good example. In the first one, in going into like Oras, all of like the players just kind of like stopped and like stood out with like pieces of the pens and papers for like 5 minutes, because they're all determining like, all right, how many points exactly do I need in order to like get first place? How many points exactly do I need in order to receive the results that I want? And if you don't know that, like you're not going to win. Like you might accidentally win, but more often than not, you're going to screw up. And it's especially important in Japanese leagues, because they view a lot of that as like, if someone just like wins a random hand or whatever and basically confirms a win for someone else, that's usually something that they don't want to do. There's a lot of like, I guess, what's the word? Philosophies on this of like, what should you do in that situation? And all these different pros have like their own different takes on it. But yeah, generally speaking, you want to know like, what can I do to win?
So a few of the people in the YouTube chat are
for this game where Chicho accidentally cheated.
Yes, I believe that is this one.
I mean, that was like kind of perfect example to show the Toi Toi Dash, which was the theory but Zero-san's book, right?
This one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go back. So he had like 3 Ono tiles, and then like still 1 short away.
Yeah. それはトイトイダッシュの条件ではないよ。
But he wanted to draw one of each, but here on the 4-man accidentally he cheated.
Okay.
So this was the misclick.
さすが師匠。Preemptively destroyed my later reach.
Yeah, and then he didn't fold.
He couldn't fold. What was
Well,
there
I mean,
to
it's
fold
kind of
with?
hard to fold.
Maybe like 2 ETH, right?
No, but
That was a scary moment.
yeah. You can't fold with 4 tiles like that.
I was pretty surprised in the game because I saw him pointing. I'm like, oh, is he going for like, a toy toy? He'd be going for Honitsu, and then he cheesed before him on. I'm like, Shisho, what are you doing? You lied to me. I thought you were going for big hands. This is like Senten. The Dora was pretty nice though. I didn't expect that.
So his plan was something toy toy Dora, right?
Yeah.
But Yakai Buck, it worked.
It worked. さすが師匠。
Yep.
作戦通りだね。
No, don't. I hope, especially not. We hope that Brian was not watching this game.
No, I'm sure he will. He was kind of he was looking forward to seeing Shisho play Tenho. Oh,
no,
there it is.
Shoot, that was a Brian.
In any case, Tina also asked to see the hand where Dopo called for double non. Oh, that's right.
Oh, where he had the double non Uncle?
Oh yeah, not Uncle.
Oh, it wasn't this one. It was
that was
it was South 1-1. Here it is.
Ah.
Tina said he cheated the penchant. And then
Going for Atsuzuki on the non, but then drew it first.
Yeah, he got an onko of his double non.
Oh, right when Shisho dropped the 9 Sosu.
Oh yeah, just right the turn before.
Yeah, but his 8-0 is pretty fast. This guy, without knowing, boom.
Yeah,
the Chiso right there is
Dobo drew it.
The Chiso is a really good call to get rid of his bottleneck in that hand.
But yeah, Dobo threw the 8-so because he was confirming the Dora 7-so.
Yeah.
He had 4 pairs.
Well, also
though,
the 8-so is you already have 5 blocks, and so Hatsu is better to keep there because that's a safe tile. And so, like, if you notice the turn afterwards, when you did get into Tenpai and you threw out the Hatsu, that's like the point where you're like, hey, watch out, this guy might be Tenpai or at the very least complete one-shunten.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's how you are usually finding out the Damaten, the regular game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was at 4 pairs from the start, actually, Dopo was. But he already had 1 complete sequence. And calling on the double non would be much quicker to finish his hand.
Yeah.
So that's why he decided.
Very decent.
Yeah, he dealt the 8-so first. And then kept the safe tile just like Daniel said. And that was that.
Also, the 8-so is also pretty good because it serves like 2 purposes. 1, it locks in the Dora, and 2, it also forms a early Matagi Suji trap.
That's
of
normally...
course, whenever you have a Dora like the 7 Sozu, and you see an early 8 Sozu like that, that's one kind of thing to avoid. Because normally you don't lock in that shape unless your hand has already progressed to a frightening amount. But if it's the Dora, it makes a lot more sense since that.
Yeah. And that is something to watch out for. You see, he dealt the tile next to the Dora so early. Maybe he already has Dora, or his hand's already good enough. Okay. Was there anything else we wanted to take a look at?
It's up to Daniel. But
Tina mentioned a couple of hands that I broke up to go try to go for a better hand.
Yes.
In this game, I was basically trying to avoid anything that didn't have at least Mangan potential and ideally Hanuman potential. So one of these instances was in East 2-2 around the what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11th turn.
Yes, where you didn't take the first Tenpai for just Pinfu and switched over to Sanshoku on the very next turn.
Mm.
But then on the very next
That's
turn,
lucky.
he
That
ducked
was
in.
a super
Yeah.
fine play, right?
Oh, the 9-pin is also really good. All three of them are still on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then unfortunately I do the 6-pin and dealt them to Hatsuki for 3 immediately.
It can't be helped.
And
after
6
that.
it can't be helped.
It's just
Yeah, and then before the either option was 6 or those pair up and then transform to the Sanshoku Tenpai, right?
Yes. So with that was actually a pretty decent chance for Sanshoku right there, because if I got the 5 or 6 Sozu or 6 Manzu, then that instantly becomes my pair. So I was kind of lucky to grab it instantly, and then I paid back that luck with the next draw. This Mahjong.
It is indeed Mahjong.
Yeah. And it's interesting, like Dobson opened like many hands this game, right? But he had a big hand and also the quick cheaper hand, but quick, fast enough.
As soon as he got his lead,
Yeah.
Oh, and the Chanta Sanshoku one? Which one was that, Daniel?
that was.
It's in
I
the
don't think that. Did I win that hand? I didn't win that hand.
No.
So,
I
yeah, that was
know
in
what.
South Round.
I know what one it
Right,
was.
I
It was a View Kyoku here. That was like the only View Kyoku, I think.
Oh yeah, that was the Ryukuku.
Here it was. Yeah, you drew the 2-mon, and then rather than taking the Tenpai, which wasn't worth anything, you just dealt the 4-mon instead.
I wasn't like I thought that Dopo was potentially pretty scary right there, because like what was their Yaku? So from what I could see, Hatsu was already out. No call on June. They could technically have an Onko. No Haku was out at all, so I was really scared dropping the Haku, and I'm like, I'm never gonna drop this unless I get Tenpai. But at this point, there's only 2 1-mons left, and so I'm like, okay, this is probably not gonna happen. And then I drew it, and so at that point, it's like, well, I guess I have to take it because this is a Hane Matsumo.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got it on the next turn. Again, the super play. Richie. And then 2-pin.
2-pin was...
2-pin was actually, what, still 2 in the wall?
Yeah,
But
Dopo ended up drawing a 3rd one, and the 4th one was in the dead wall. Yeah, he drew it there, folded, and the last one was still stuck in the dead wall, along with DDR Dan's last Dora. But yeah, a lot of great plays by you, Daniel. It just didn't work out. But that is Mahjong.
Yeah, but that's why we're saying like he did he tried his best.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Mahjong. You can try as hard as you want. That's all you can do.
Okay, and yeah,
I had a lot of situations that were pretty questionable as well.
But you have to do some questionable stuff to make up such a big point difference.
Yeah, and this DDR Dan's like Chitoi Doro Bichi was kind of scary too.
Mm-hmm.
But we were thinking, Daniel, again, he might get the 5 soul.
that was
see, me and my friend, we have a theory where every single Dawn level you go up on Tenho, you'll get a 5% increase in your winning percentage on Okake Richis. So that's why Dopo is so strong, you see, because he has a 10 Hoi account. I'm only a 7 Dawn account. Luckily, the person that chased me right there was GDR Dan, so he doesn't have all of that extra, hope from the game just yet. So.
Oh, but that's
was, what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, that was just how this game had been going for you. So. Yeah.
これ先に4万切って1回振り手抜けて2万引き戻しの管理アンピンリーチ2回ぐらいこういうのやってるんですよ。
Okay. So I guess we went through pretty much all of the interesting ones to review. And one thing I did want to mention here at the end is you can see the final scores. The LAPOM and US teams are separated by less than 50,000 points. So given the final point situation, I'll just jump to the end. Given the final point situation, if Shisho had been able to overtake Dopo and get the extra
20,000.
The extra, not 10,000 as well, because from the UMA 10,000 and then 20,000 from the Oka, he would have been in a position where he could have gotten second place in the overall team score over DDR Dan. So,
which is like 70,000 points.
Yeah, but yeah, because DDR Dan had fallen so far, he was in third place at this point. But Dopo had such a lead that his first place was pretty much untouchable. But yeah, if Shisho were able to get first place in this Hanshan, he had a shot to at least get second place. So maybe that was why DDR Dan was going for just ending the Hanshan before that could happen. Because, yeah.
If
go ahead.
Shisho ended up winning that hand, and the next hand he got a 10 Otsumo, would that actually be enough to get first place? I don't think that's actually enough to even get first place yet.
No.
Because a 10 Otsumo would cover what? 48 for him, minus 16 from all the other players. So that is a difference of
64.
We need 70,000 points if Dopo is in second over him. So pretty tough.
yeah. That like might have been barely enough, but there is no Agariyame, so he would have had to keep going. But yeah, these were some steep conditions for you and Shisho. And that's what you said. You're trying to like grasp at the impossible. But there's always a chance, however small, in Mahjong.
I was surprised at the good amount of big hands in this game, though. Like Dopo had like 3 dealer Bongans in a row. There was like a couple Honeymons. Shisho got the Ura 3 for the Baimon.
Yeah, that weight was a little there wasn't many of Shisho's weight left. It was an Entotsu.
Yeah.
But a lot of the tiles were used up by the other players. We'll go to here.
Yeah, only the 8-mon remains. There's 2 we can see out, so only 2 tiles remaining? No, 1 tile remaining.
Only that one 8-mon. Yeah,
Sasuga Shisho.
Yeah, the 3-6 Peen Yanman would have been better, but it looks like he decided that he either wanted another Dora or the double non. So he went with that Entotsu weight. And the non just happened to be the Uradora. This was a crazy interesting game.
I think overall, like 3-game series, it was pretty good.
It's a little bit short, but
yeah, it's a little bit short.
Yeah, this was just like a kind of a trial run type thing.
But thank you for everyone for playing for this practice match. And I hope this could help US team in the main tournament to get their good placement.
And we hope we can help other players improve as well with our commentary.
Commentary is very difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of things that going like at once. It's very difficult. Having
to watch 4 players play at once and at the speed that Tenho forces them to play as well.
Yeah, but hope many viewers did like it so that we could keep running those streaming.
We could
maybe second round.
Yeah, if it's possible, yeah.
Yeah, so we might planning for something again. So
Yeah, if not
let's
second
see.
round, just something else in the future then.
Yeah. So Daniel, what do you think? Was it fun?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not every day you get to play against a Tenhoi, right?
Yeah.
Football is only the third Tenoi that I've got to play so far.
Oh, good. What I
I've only
felt
got to
was,
play out.
I was so lucky not playing against Tenhoi. Because he's too scary. Like starting with consecutive Oyamatsumo. That's too crazy. Everybody fight through very good. Like watching is, but sometimes it's better.
Because then people don't point out your mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
this was
keep
a very
working.
good game. Nothing really bad to point out.
I agree.
Okay, so I guess that's it for tonight's match and for this first set of IORMC practice matches. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do another round, but whether or not we do that, we will try to do more things like this in the future.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you, Daisuke, for joining us for this after game commentary.
We need more commentary.
All right, so that's it. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and good night.
Good night.